Okay, YouTube, let's just get into it so we waste no more time here. Honestly, it's the new event. Let's just go over the entire update for War Robots, the 11.2 update notes. Honestly, there's a lot to cover. I'm going to cover it as short as I can in this one video. So let's just go ahead and see what new there is in the game. So the event, the Yandi Solar Gala event, just dropped right after the update. You'll see it in the game if you do go to your hub, top left corner of your hangar. We got a bunch of new stuff, a new robot called a TETH, some crazy weapons, honestly something to stick around for. Also, they added some new features like the Elimination Report and Tactical Shift on Factory, plus a bunch of balance changes. Well, honestly, the keyword here is major balance changes. It's something. What is that on my screen? Just get off my screen, honestly. I have no idea what that is. Let's just go on to the next thing. The TETH, the new robot. I mean, what was that? You'll see that. And what other than the new robot? Let's just go ahead and review this thing. So this new robot mode, honestly the TETH, let's just go ahead and just talk about this absolute straight brawler of a tank robot. It's built through a physical shield and a force field system that only takes damage once the outer layer shields are broken. So of course it is tanky and it's a close range robot in general, and if you leave it alone for a bit, those shields regenerate throughout the entire battle. So yeah, it's pretty tanky. Now it is a bit slow, as you can see the stats here. It's only 55 kilometers an hour. Now, but here's the cool part. It does have a built-in weapon that fires a teleportation beacon. Once you hit something or reach maximum range, it lets you instantly jump to that spot, unless you cancel it in-game, of course. And when you land, it explodes and gives off an EMP effect to nearby enemies. Perfect for jumping straight into a group and causing absolute chaos. So if you're one of those players that just go ahead and jump into a 5v1, this is perfect for you. So if you are aggressive, of course, as I said, a brawler, TETH might be your new favorite robot. So let's just go ahead and see this weapon. Of course, it is a light, medium and heavy, and the special effect is slow down. The damage type is explosive, and of course the range is 150 meters, which is, well, perfect for close range combat. And let's just go ahead and skip that. You can just see the new pet real quick, and of course the new pilot. Dance of the Sands. Upon using a teleportation beacon, Titan TETH grants a 20% boost to a movement speed and a 10% bonus to damage that lasts 7 seconds. So honestly, it does go pretty well with the new robot. Honestly, cannot wait to unlock it and try it. And of course, the Sword Unit 192. This, can we just get a full screen on the Sword Unit 192? You can go ahead and see those weapon stats, and of course the robot stats, but in a second, can we just get a full screen of this robot? I mean, look at the detail, the absolute detail that has been paid attention to this robot. It is absolutely magnificent. Anyways, back to the stats, I guess. Weapon slot, it's a 2x light, 2x medium. Of course, the specializations are attack, defense, and rider. The durability is 357,500, which I was expecting. I was honestly expecting it to be a bit higher than that. I was expecting anywhere from the range of like 450,000 to 500,000, but honestly, it cannot be a Titan. It's just a normal robot, so that is understandable. The movement speed, it's 55, which is honestly matching the new robot. So if you do use this robot, you can get an idea of how fast the new one can be. The bonus, it does grant a bonus at MK2 and MK3. Honestly, let's just go ahead and see the new weapons for it, the ultimate weapons for it. There you can just go ahead and see the stats. Of course, the pilot and the new mothership. Honestly, if you've seen this mothership in game, it's currently out now. It is one of the best motherships in the game currently. It just breaks down any layer of enemy combatant there is. And honestly, with that being said, let's just go ahead and go to the elimination report, because honestly there's a lot in that. And of course we did make it to the elimination report. Honestly, let's just go ahead and just go and run through the other additions to the new update. First of all, let's just look back at this mothership. So I got some information. First up, it's the new mothership. This thing is absolutely built for destruction. When activated, it drops a massive sort of golden rain of projectiles in expanding circles that damage and slow enemies caught in that area. It's perfect for locking down zones and melting up groups of enemies. So it's a group killer. Honestly, nothing else can be said about it. And now something really useful, the Elimination Report. Honestly, I have been using this for couple games, and let me just break this down. Honestly, every single time your robot gets destroyed, you will now see a breakdown of the enemy setup, their specializations, their motherships, the drone, honestly all of it, the levels, etc, etc. So if you do happen to get sniped across the map, which I have been encountering with this new update, you can definitely go ahead and see exactly what they're using, the robot, the weapons, the drone on it, of course the level of it, and of course the mothership, and you can honestly copy it, you can mix it up and honestly make it better if you can. So with that being said, let's just move on to the tactical shaft. Honestly, every time a new feature comes out, I get a bit scared because something gets taken away from the game, but let's just go ahead and see this. It's currently only on factory mode for now, which is honestly kind of sad for non-beta players, but this is the deal. Random chemical spill would flood central zones after a warning. It looks cool, but it's kind of deadly, so be ready. Watch won't show up in a beacon rush. This definitely will not show up in beacon rush or push game modes, but in other game modes it can be changed, and honestly goes throughout the pace of the match. So yeah, between skirmish and the new elimination report, the tactical shift, there is a lot of shaking up on how we play. Honestly, there's going to be new metas, there's going to be new robot builds, and honestly, I cannot wait to see what happens and what people come up with. So honestly, if you do have any recommendations or any info about this update, just go ahead and just let me know in the comments. With that being said, let's just go ahead and of course move to the scary balance changes. And of course we made it to balance changes. Honestly guys, the balance changes is one of the worst things in robots history. I mean, war robots history. What is that on my screen again? It just keeps popping up. Get out of here, it's like a fly. Anyways, a note, all tier 4 weapons have been reduced by 10%. Every single tier 4 weapon has been reduced by 10% in damage. So pretty much all tier 4 weapons damage is reduced by 10%. And it's honestly terrible given that the excessive damage multiplication of popular builds such as the Ravager and Leo will be trimmed, and trust me guys, in the new update, if you have played recently, it has been trimmed by a significant amount. Of course, let's just go into the robot balance changes. Of course, I won't be getting into every single one, but I will be going over the Ravager and, well, of course, the most important robots that are in the game and what were previously the highlights. So let's just go over to the Ravager. Of course, as you can see, it took a massive nerf. Well, the durability did decrease by a significant amount, the damage did decrease by a significant amount, and let's just go over to the unnamed, definitely not my previous favorite. So with this robot, if you didn't know, right here it's just 3 to 5 seconds with the Sunstorm activations. Honestly, it was previously 7 seconds, but because of the low durability of the Samstorm, while the Samjock, they had to kind of decrease that to 5 seconds. So it was honestly a playable robot, and it was still, well, one of the top 10. So as you can see, a lot of stuff got nerfed with the Samjock, and it's currently not in the meta. It's still definitely in the top 10, but it's just not the best overall. The ducks did take a hit. Of course, the mini bots reduction, and the reduction is 0.1. They added 0.1 in the shot interval, which honestly is a massive game changer if you do play. And the Condor honestly did not take the biggest of hit. The Raptor took a big hit. The Leo, of course, I'm not going to get into the Leo, that should be unnamed. And the New, of course, with that 5% to 3% siege stack, it's honestly a game changer, and the New is kind of unplayable now, but honestly is in the top 3 in my opinion. As you can see, the Sword unit took, well, a kind of a massive hit, not compared to the Leo and, of course, previously mentioned, such as someone on the screen right now. Anyways, with that being said, there is not all things have been nerfed in this update. They are of course positive, such as the Hawk, the Shell, the Revenant, and the Fafnir. Of course, everything you see on screen currently got a nerf, and it's not the biggest of nerf, but I think the Fafnir is currently the best and will definitely be number 1 in the game currently with the right setup. And I cannot wait to see what y'all say in the comments about the setup, and honestly I cannot wait to try the setups because I've been dying constantly with the Samjock and I'm sick of it. So the Fafnir is honestly my next go-to and definitely will make a spotlight on that. Anyways, going on to the Titans quickly, the Mauler of course got a nerf. You can just see it there, the Brawler, and of course the fan favorite, the most popular in the game prior to this update. Of course, I'm just gonna go ahead and put a picture of the robot on the screen, because if you do not know or have never seen this robot in game, it is the Sniper Legend. People used to honestly just go ahead and snipe you from across the map. I'm talking 1200 meters plus with selected builds, and it was an absolute nightmare. So as I mentioned prior, all tier 4 weapons have been reduced by 10% in damage. The Regulator and some weapons of course did get a massive nerf, as you can see on the screen right now. especially the Sam drops and the regulator, which was honestly one of the best sniping weapons. It got a massive nerf and is hardly usable right now. And of course there is just a couple more just skimming through this, and the gas component got a massive nerf with that 200,000 to 125,000 base shield damage. Honestly, people just used to run this around in the Ravager and it just be a honest pain. It just be a headache to kill them, so I'm glad they kind of got nerfed, to be honest. And honestly, just a couple more base challenges, and the Titan weapons did get a nerf, but some did get an update, of course. They did get buffed, but honestly, the Pyro, the Ultimate Grom got the worst nerf of all. I do understand the Ultimate Grom with the Ultimate Arthur, it is one of the best things to run in the, well, War Robot Century, honestly. So of course, drones also got hit a little bit over here. It's mainly with the Wave Drone and of course the Hawkeye, which is one of the most popular drones in the game, well, prior to this new update. Currently, we will see what new updates come out, and honestly, we'll see what new balance changes come out, and we will honestly try to find the best pilot, and of course the best, I mean not the best pilot, the best drone for just in general. So just keep an eye for that, honestly. And with that being said, guys, honestly, Mothership and Turrets did get a small update, and of course just 1 or 2 pilots. And of course the technical fixes, as you can see, fix bugs, various crashes on Android and iOS. So if you are a mobile device player, that honestly will help you a lot. Fix a bug where available pilots wouldn't display in my pilot tab, which was honestly affecting me a lot, and a couple more there. With that being said, honestly guys, we can go ahead and wrap this video up. If you did like, just please make sure to like, subscribe, and why not just post a comment just saying what your favorite kind of loadout is in this new update, honestly. With that being said, I'll honestly see you all in the next one, and peace out, guys.